Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Andor Season 1, Episode 6, titled The Eye. With cover from a spectacular local festival, the Aldani mission reaches a point of no return. So, just to put it out there, you will find that my Episode 5 reaction is no longer on my channel because I've just come back from a 2 week holiday, which is why this episode's coming out late. Only to find, as I was um, checking through my recorded videos saved on my desktop to see if there was any that needed uploading already, yeah, that didn't have any sound in it. Like my microphone was cut off for some reason. So that's been up on my channel for next 2 weeks with no audio from the actual episode, as is usual, and no microphone audio either. So that is that's a little annoying, and also a little embarrassing from someone who's been doing this for so long. However, there's also the fact that that was the last episode, last thing I recorded before I went on holiday. I came back yesterday, recorded my reactions to She-Hulk and everything, and my microphone is on in that. So I literally didn't touch my setup at all between leaving and starting that recording. So I don't know how that changed or anything, but yeah. So that episode's now no longer on my channel, and well, I can't remember if there was anything important that I spoke about or anything in that. So I guess it is what it is. Anyway, I did leave myself a couple notes from the last episode before I left. Basically, just say that I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that the female ISB lieutenant, I forget her name, I think it started with a D, and for some reason the name Deidre. Is that actually her name? Whatever it is. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought she was working with Cassian on the theft of the Pathfinder or whatever that unit is. And I'm also not the only one who thought that Vel is Luthen's daughter. I didn't comment on that one in the reaction, but I did think it. Also, considering the fact that most of the shots in episode 6 were shot on location in the Scottish Highlands, it sort of makes sense that there are a lot of European actors in this show. Because I remember making a comment about that in episode 5. And yeah, considering episode 1, I'm pretty sure, that town was actually a skeleton town. Like, not skeleton town. Like, it was actually built to be filmed on location. I think it was inside a quarry. And then those outside shots and all that in the Scottish Highlands. Yeah, it sort of makes sense that if things are being filmed on location, they get actors from that location. Also, final thing before I start this episode, as you can probably tell from my voice, I got sick on my holiday. I don't think it was the big C, but I don't know because the only thing I really got was a sore throat and congestion until I got home and a cough started. So I don't know. And if it was that whole time, I feel very bad about that. But we only took enough tests to prove that we were negative in order to get on the cruise ship. So it must have happened on the cruise ship, which I guess, yeah, that makes sense. But also, I really hope it wasn't, because then I feel bad. But I'm telling you this because A, my voice is doing weird stuff. I'm congested, and I may mute my microphone to like blow my nose or cough, and there is a chance that I forget to turn it back on. Because let's be honest, I'm an idiot when it comes to that. So if that happens, you know why, and please be nice. Anyway, let's get this started in three, two, one, go. And it didn't play. At least the subtitles are on this time. I didn't peg you as a team play. You haven't pegged me at all. I don't know why I felt the need to mention that, but that meme, but I still want to know what the girls are going to be doing while the guys are still in the truck. So I don't follow any like Star Wars accounts or anything on my Instagram. So luckily, I haven't been spoiled for anything in this show, which is a blessing, and B, curious because normally you do see after scrolling through a couple Marvel posts, there's gonna be a cross post of Star Wars eventually if something big happens. So it's sort of concerning as well that I haven't seen anything about the last two episodes. Well, episode 7 released this morning, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's a little concerning. That well, didn't manage to mute that one. Perhaps. No, he won't. He's dead before this episode ends. He already had death flags, but then you just said he'll be fine. The problem is that works and has worked for generations. Oh, it won't be perfect for either side. Hmm. Hmm. Don't use that as a reason to distrust. I'm guessing that's the first Lemanias. Hmm. Hmm. Did you really just stop to have, oh, whiz by their hiding spot? Yes, yes, he did. I forgot they were pretending to be soldiers. I thought they were going to join up with the um, dining people. Well, maybe you should have someone look into that. You know, they have a thing for if they meet ones from the garrison and ones from the town. But what happens if they meet a mixed party? They're gonna blow the dam. It looked like. don't know, I think something's going to go wrong with the people as well. Like the soldiers are going to try and make a reason to attack. I thought one of those rungs was going to snap under her, leave evidence that someone climbed it. She still looks so familiar, even though I know she's not. Go. Why do I have a feeling that the chief knows a little common? Is it common? Oh, no, that's D&D. Universal, basic. whatever. Everything seems to be going to plan, and that is a problem. Why the boy specifically? They cut the comms, which is probably why they had their own specialized ones. The problem is, if you keep encountering people, you're going to run out of ones to leave behind. I was right about that. I still never did go back to check if it was actually said in the episode or not. I saw someone say that she was meant to be the one driving the um transport because she was the one that was meant to be guaranteed to make it out alive, and because Andor has taken her role, that now it's not guaranteed for her, and yeah, I could see that being the case, but also prefer that not to be the case. Think. Why was he able to access their channel? Why wouldn't you have sent a message through to Alkenzi before? Fuck it. I'm really hoping that they're not trying to take the entire vault because they definitely don't have time for that. Okay, that looked cool. They did send a message through to Alkenzi. I wish I lived somewhere where we had celestial events. So it looks like Gorn is dead. Well, that was great covering there, mate. Yeah, all you had to do. The blasters are a one hit kill. So long as it's a full hit, not just a graze. So Um, taking a nap. Did you take into account the extra weight for the credits? Oh, really? I thought I was wrong about him not making it. You're lucky you didn't have crush syndrome from that. But what about Cinta? Hmm. Almost had a Darth Vader moment in that one. There we go. Where's the doctor? If there's anyone on the team that he actually likes, it's the kid. So, having more than one pair of heads would be really handy for this. Hmm. I mean, Kinsey got lucky with picking the right frequency. Hmm. Whole moon, nobody home. Yeah, but how's that gonna look on you? You could have just said no. Here's the question: do you think those credit rolls have the same things they have in like banks? Not an ink pack, obviously, because well, that wouldn't ruin the credits, but like a tracking or something. Are you are you allowed to walk out of a Senate meeting? I have a feeling that guy was not kidding. Okay, no end credits. So that wasn't really an episode that warranted much reaction. Like, there was a lot of just sitting and watching as events unfurled, trying to see how things are going to fall apart. And you knew they would. I didn't expect it to just be Val, Andor, and Cinta alive at the end. I wasn't. I really should have expected Skeen to pull that card, but um, it was still a shot. Out of all of them, he seemed the one most likely to do it, but I genuinely wasn't expecting anyone to do that. Um, Tamarin being an ex-stormtrooper, that was surprising because, as far as I knew, Finn was the only one to defect. Obviously, there would have to have been others. It's just he was the only one I'd heard of, and I don't know if there are others that have existed in canon before that to make me look like an idiot right now. But I guess even then, him, Tamarin being a defecting stormtrooper wouldn't have changed Finn being the first canon one. I don't even know why I brought that up. Um, Namek, I knew he was going to die. It is sad, but again, so it's sad, but I was expecting it. I wasn't expecting him to go out like that, though. Genuinely, I was expecting there to be a betrayal and him to get shot in the back, but I'm glad that didn't happen. And I'm glad they at least tried to save him. But spines are an incredibly difficult thing to operate on. It is lucky he didn't get any crush syndrome, because sure, that looked like an only partially filled trolley. However, considering it was needing two full grown people to lift and transport one of those safely, meaning that it was more than 25 kilos per roll, and there were at least four there, plus the weight of the trolley itself, crushing him against a full pile of them, could have very easily just, as soon as they pulled him out, killed him. Though, I guess because he wasn't there long enough, it may not have had such devastating effects even if it was, but it's always a question as to whether you should move someone or not. And if you do move someone, you should always do it slowly, slow reduction of pressure to allow the acid buildup to actually dissipate slowly as opposed to rushing all at once. A little bit of medical advice has nothing to do with the episode, but if you ever see someone crushed between two things and you need to move them, do it slowly, because when you get crushed, there is a build-up. It releases the lactic acids into your muscles. You know, the thing that causes your muscles to burn? Yeah, it releases that. So, like, squeezes them out. And if you lift it too quickly, all of that's going to be rushing through your body. And it's called acid for a reason. But yeah. Anyway, impromptu medical advice aside, um, it was a, it was an, it was an interesting episode. Um, I was expecting Gorb to actually say what was going to happen to the Eldari people, like tell them that after that night things were going to be different, but I guess even with them stealing the credits, they could have promised that. Sure, it means that the workers there aren't going to be paid as much as they would have in that quarter, though they probably got redundancies for theft of payroll. And also, there are now a lot less workers there. Well, not a lot less, but you know what I mean. Because they died. I was going back to what I was saying earlier. If they survived, I was expecting Skeen, Tamarin, and Val to survive. And obviously Andor. I knew Namek was dead. I had a very high likely that Gorb was dead. And I was expecting Cinta to die as well. However, she could well still die, or at least be revealed to have been killed for her involvement in it, because they left her on the planet. And I don't know why. I guess it is purely because they needed someone to cut the power and to keep watch on the prisoners. But surely there should have been time taken into account in the plan for her to make it down to the thing with and off the planet with them. Plus, she could have showed up behind Kinsey and that and taken out a couple of them from behind, though that probably would have assured her death. So I'm glad they did do that. Anyway, yeah. This episode went pretty much how I expected it to. If anything, they got off the actual base better than I thought they would. I expected there to be a much more obvious problem, either with the TIE fighters or from being found out before they even cleaned the vault out of what they wanted. But, yeah. But, anyway, with that having been said, I guess this is a good stopping point, so I'll catch you in the next one.